Bengaluru right now currently is facing a lot of challenges. That's truly correct what you're saying. Now joining us on this issue is Brijesh Kalapa. He's spokesperson of Congress and also PKD Nambiar. He's a BJP supporter and a political analyst. Thank you very much for joining in. Mr. Nambiar, I'll begin with you. Tejasvi Surya has made this comment about a city and don't you think it's a bit of a sweeping comment to just say something about a city like that? And did he have any evidence or any reports or anything from NIA to say something like that?
To Anjali, on the contrary, I would go by Tejasvi Surya absolutely on the 100% right. If you really look at it during the Parliament session, the Junior Home Minister has given a clarification onto a written reply that there are 17 cases and 122 people from most of the South Indian states, IS operative terrorists have been arrested. So that clearly shows that there is a pattern of activities, terrorist activities have happening, primarily starting with the Kerala, Karnataka, and Karnataka too, in a couple of special Hubli, Bangalore, and then Tamil Nadu and Telangana. So there is a huge amount of terrorist activities. Even in the last month, there were a couple of people were arrested from Kerala and the West Bengal. So there is already a nexus and a high growth of people. This kind of terrorism activities are happening. In fact, to an extent, yesterday, even in the Kerala, the court has accused one person has been imprisoned for the lifelong imprisonment for an IS activist.
Mr. Nambiar, let me just interrupt you for a second. But then if this is the situation in a state, isn't the state government also responsible for it? I mean, in a way, Tejasvi Surya is saying that the state government is failing to crack down on these, as he says, the sleeper cells or whatever, these elements.
I would say that it is the job of both the central and as well as state. They both have the equal responsibility in this when it comes to terrorism activities. The states generally have a little lesser, I would say. The reason being their presence is limited to the state, whereas the central agencies have a pan-India or across the world. They have the presence and then they have that kind of bandwidth to handle such cases.
Okay.
I believe one of the major challenge which the South Indian states are facing is this going up day by day, increasing number of cases which are related to the IS and IS activities. And you will be surprised, Anjali, that there are a lot of different modules which you and me have never heard of. Such kind of modules are operating in these places. And to tell you one more thing, that the Kerala, for an example, almost 70 people are been moved from Kerala to Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, and fighting as IS warriors.
Okay.
So I think this all clearly gives a feeling that the South Indian states are becoming the soft target for the Islamic.
Right, Mr. Nambiar, you feel that this is something that needs to be investigated. Mr. Nambiar, why does Mr. Tejasvi Surya have to use this language? He can say certain things, and if he has a point and a valid point that he took to the Home Minister, to use a word like terror hub, epicenter for a city which is bringing in so much revenues, as D.K. Sivakumar was pointing it out, is it proper?
I'll tell you, Anjali, that I don't want to defend all the languages what Tejasvi Surya must have used, but then to really go by that, most of the South Indian terror activities have got some amount of link to Bangalore. I agree with Mr. Kalapa that Bangalore is one of the most peaceful city, and we all are proud of this city. The city has given a global fame to this country. Nobody is questioning and even Tejasvi Surya, he himself was not questioning. He is an MP from Bangalore. He is a Bangalorean. He is not questioning about the Bangalore. But all he is saying that it is slowly becoming the epicenter of the terrorism activities and terror hub in south of India, which is, I can also tell you that there is most of the terrorist cases, or even in the gold smuggling cases which had happened in Kerala, all of them have got some kind of a link towards Bangalore. So this definitely, because Bangalore is a big city and it is an IT city, that may be one of the reasons for all these terrorists also maybe using the city as a hub.
Right, okay.
But I think nobody is questioning about the quality of or the pride of Bangalore, but Mr. Kalapa and his party should accept the fact that terrorist activities in South India is growing, and that is also one of the primary reasons for that is also the minority appeasement policies Congress.
Right, Mr. Nambiar, I'm a little short on time. Okay, so there is clearly a difference of opinion on at least one issue, that the reference to Bengaluru as a terror hub, that was something that is now going to raise hackles amongst many. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining us.